The false card you have your past is the Ace of Cups. Okay. Right, already this is quite emotional. It looks a little bit difficult. It looks like conflict. That's what I'm getting here already. So I just want to say that to you. Okay, very emotional. So you've got the Ace of Cups, and obviously this is very, very, very emotional. Actually, you know what? It feels really deep. It feels cuttingly deep. That's what I'm getting, cuttingly deep. Something cut you deep. So because I've got this and I've got the Ace of Swords, or you've got this I should say, and the Ace of Swords underneath this. So I'm going to talk about the two of these cards because they're going together for me in this reading. So okay, so I've got this cutting and this emotion. So it really feels like someone said something to you. I think someone said something quite horrible to you, actually. Yeah, really, really bad. And I think this was recent, or it might be that it's on your mind. So it's kind of around you. The energy is still around you. So either they said something quite recently to you, or you've still got that kind of going around in your mind. And they knew exactly what to say to you. They knew what to say to upset you. That's what I'm getting. Really horrible. And it feels like you minimized your interactions with this person, you know, as much as you can. But I don't know why this is, but maybe you can't totally block them or cut them off or whatever. I don't know why. Yeah, actually, there might be some kind of ongoing thing happening between you, because I've seen this opposition, this conflict. So I think you might be in some kind of conflict with them, and it's kind of an ongoing thing. It's something like that. But, you know, you've been on the receiving end of some horrible words before. Everyone has, really, and I do all the time. But you know, people have said some pretty horrible things to you in your life, really, at different times in your life. And you're quite a resilient person. You're really resilient. But with this particular thing, I think it really, really got to you. First of all, I think they knew exactly what to say. They know you well. They know what to say to make you upset, I think. And it'll also, I think maybe you're stressed as well, you're tired, you've got a lot of things going on. And when you've got other things going on, things like that can really get to you a lot more than usual. If I'm really, really exhausted, and someone says something to me, can really, really hurt me if it's really horrible. But if I'm, you know, on top of things and I'm fine and I'm happy and someone says that, I can just brush it off. But so that's kind of what I'm getting there. And yeah, they got you at a weak point as well, I think. And you'd never show them that they'd gotten to you. Never, ever. Yeah, look at this sword. So it was a really cutting thing. Maybe it was something that was written, because the Ace of Swords can be about words sometimes, writing. It feels very, very personal. I'm getting a bit of jealousy here, envy. So yeah, I don't think they're happy. They're not happy in their life. And it feels like they were throwing all their anger onto you, their baggage onto you. So yeah, again, there's some kind of ongoing thing happening between you. Because if you look at this sword again, sorry, this Ace of Swords, on each side, there are two opposing sides. One on one side, one on the other side. And this is going to be resolved at some time. I'm seeing that. This is going to be resolved. So if you're worried this isn't going to be resolved, it is going to be resolved at some time. I can see that. So yeah, so there's a sequence here between the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. And so obviously the Ace of Cups is, you know, a really loving, really emotional card. So it might be a relationship breakup, because you've got, or maybe a divorce, because you've got all this love in the Ace of Cups, and then right underneath that, you've got this opposition. So you've got love and then opposition after that. So it's something like that, I think. So if this is you, definitely minimize any interactions you have with them unless it's necessary. I think you're probably already doing that. It is going to come to an end. I'm seeing that definitely. And, you know, I think you're going to have to be quite vigilant. This is definitely a battle here that you're in. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. They need to be managed. They need to be managed. I'm not saying it's your job to manage them, but yeah, they're quite chaotic. I'm getting lots of chaos around them, and they don't manage themselves properly. They get quite, I'm not seeing mental health or anything like that, but I'm seeing lots of anger. They kind of fly off the handle. They get angry quickly. So yeah, so you've got to really watch that. You've got to really watch them. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, okay, before I talk about this, just one more thing about the difference between you and them. You know, again, if you're dealing with this really horrible person and this horrible thing, again, you're way more balanced than they are emotionally. I'm seeing that again here. And that might be part of what this jealousy is, because it's not just jealousy about material things. It's not like, oh, you've got this and I haven't. There's a bit of that there, I think. But I think it's more like, I feel really angry, I'm really upset. I can see that you're not as angry as me. Maybe you are, but you're not showing it, which is what I was seeing in the Ace of Cups. But it's like, I want you to hurt like I am. I want you to feel like me. I'm really angry, I'm really upset, and I want to make this fair. I want you to feel horrible. So it's kind of that kind of thing. It looks like you're handling yourself really well. It looks like you're handling yourself in a really balanced way. You know, you're Libra, so you're balanced. And by the way they're acting and you know what they're saying, they really do not look balanced. They look at the opposite. And I think that's where your advantage is. If you've got some kind of thing where, you know, I don't know if this is litigation, you know, the Justice card isn't here, so it might not be, but I am getting that feeling. And I'm getting, you know, I'm getting this breakup, I'm getting this divorce kind of energy here. So it might be something like court or mediation, something like that. If it is something like that, I really think their mouth and their anger and their behaviour and all that, I think it's going to show them up actually. It's not going to make them look good. So yeah, if you're still feeling really hurt from all this, from what they said, and it was pretty nasty, you know, it's really, really horrible actually. Just remember, that kind of attitude might just be their downfall. So if they've got this attitude that hurts you, the same attitude is going to be what ends up hurting them. Whether that's what they mean to do or not, obviously no one means to hurt themselves, but it is going to hurt them. Because if they're up against you in some kind of litigation or something like that, and they start acting up or whatever, it's going to look bad on them, so it is going to hurt them. So that's what I'm seeing there. And yeah, so with this Nine of Wands, you know, again, it did get to you. What they said got to you, because look at this bandage around his head. So it really got into your head, and you were thinking and thinking about this. It really hurt. But yeah, you're pushing forward now, like this man. And yeah, it feels like there's someone else around you. I don't know if this is a love connection. It might be. Feels like that. There's definitely love there. Yeah, there's lots and lots of love here. But maybe you feel as if you need to protect this person for some reason. I'm getting that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're away, or maybe they don't get to spend much time with you or something like that. So there's that. I'm seeing that as well here. But I think they'd be a really, really good comfort to you, a really good sounding board as well. I think they'd give you really good advice if you spoke to them. Even if you're not around them physically, I think, you know, you could call them, you could speak to them at any time, I think. So sorry about that coughing next door. So yeah, if there's someone who's close to you, especially in love, definitely open up to this person. Don't try and hide the worst of this from them, because it really feels like you're carrying a lot on your own, carrying other people, carrying burdens, carrying things. And this person really, really wants to help you. And if you open up, I think you'll feel a lot better. I think they'll feel better as well. You know, you're such a strong person. You're really stoic. You know, I think, you know, what I'm getting here is I don't think you like asking people for help very often. But, you know, this isn't just people. It's not just people. It's not just anyone. You're not just like asking anyone on the street for help. This is someone who loves you. They're really close to you. So let them in. Please let them in if this is making sense to you. Okay, so the first card you have here present is the King of Cups. So yeah, again, this king, you know, he doesn't show his feelings. He doesn't show what he's thinking. So he's carrying everything around with him, but he's not letting it out. He's not showing people how he's feeling. So again, similar thing to what I'm seeing in the Nine of Wands. So yeah, the thing is, you're a really generous person. You are. You're really generous, especially when it comes to love. But only if you're in control of things. I don't mean you're controlling, I'm not saying that. It's more about being in control of yourself or appearing to be in control. That's more what I'm trying to say. I hope that makes sense. I don't mean you're controlling, don't be angry. But it's like, okay, I don't know if this makes sense, but this is what I'm getting. When you love someone, you're really generous, you're a sharing person, you share a lot of yourself. But when you're going through a lot of problems, which is what I'm seeing here, you don't like being the person who leans on someone. Again, if you look at this man in the Nine of Wands, obviously he's leaning on this wand. You don't like being him. You don't want to be leaning. You don't like that feeling of having to lean on people. Yeah, you hate being carried. That's the word. You don't like to be carried. I think you've had a job in your past. This is what I'm getting. I think there might be a job in your past. A few years ago, something like that. You're in this job situation. It felt as if you're being carried to you. Now, I don't think you could do anything about this. I don't think it was your fault. I think you were thrown into this situation. Yeah, it feels like someone left and you're just thrown into this situation and you didn't know what to do. You're kind of flapping around. But it wasn't your fault. You were thrown into this. And yeah, you shouldn't have been put in that position, but you were there you were. And I think you left a lot earlier than you usually would in a job because you were carried and you didn't like it. So you're still like this in all different areas of your life. You don't like being carried. You'd rather be the carrier than the person who's being carried. But again, this person, sorry about that noise, this person really, 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 really loves you. They really do. And they don't see things in the way you do. There's no scoreboard here. They're not going, okay, they carried me last time. I have to do it this time. Let's tick off the score. They're not like that at all. They just want to help you. They just love you. Okay, so I'm not saying any more about that because I'm getting a bit heated. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the Magician. So absolutely fantastic. This is an amazing card and it's smack bang right in the middle of all these cards. So it's in an amazing position here. Really good manifesting card. So this is about all different areas of your life. Lots and lots of things are going to take off. It applies to a lot of different things. So it's really, really positive in all areas of your life. But the big thing here is where this applies, I think, is with this thing where you've got this opposition, it's this divorce or this court thing or whoever you've got against you. So the Magician, he can be a really, really eloquent man. He's really good at talking. He stands up on stage. He's a really good talker. People listen to him. Their eyes are on him all the time. So he uses his words. He's really good with words. So again, I'm seeing this person that you're up against, and obviously they're not good with their words. We can see that everywhere here in this reading. Their words hurt. They like hurting people. But that's not good, that's not useful, especially when it comes to some kind of formal setting like a court or something like that. You can't speak. If you're in court, for example, I keep on seeing court all the way through this, so it might actually be some kind of litigation. I keep on seeing that everywhere. But so, you don't go around swearing at a judge or a policeman when they're pulling you over. You just don't do that. It's not very wise. So I think, again, their words are going to be their downfall. That's what I keep on seeing. And you're not like that. You're quite composed. So keep on doing whatever you're doing. Keep on going along in that way. Channel the King of Cups if you need to, the stone face, especially in this situation. And, it looks like that's the way you're probably going to manifest this result that you want. So you are going to get a good result. You've got the Magician. You can see that here. Yeah, just one more thing. If this is you, just make sure you've got everything on hand, papers, documents, copies of everything. Again, I keep on seeing this. It feels like something legal. So it might not be, but I keep on seeing it over and over and over again. So I just feel as if I have to remind you to, have everything with you, be organised. This magician's got all these tools in front of him, and that's why he's so successful. He's got everything in hand. So, yeah, you can absolutely do this. You can win this. You really, really can. And that's the promise of the magician. You can manifest this. You can do this. Really, really good. Okay, so the last card you've got for your present is the Nine of Cups. So, yeah. This started off being really, really sad, really heavy, really difficult. But now, you've got this card. This is the Wish card, and it's right under the Magician. So these are two really, really clear signs that, if you're up against this person, you'll be the one that comes out on top. It's all here. It's everywhere here. Okay, something else here. I'm getting this feeling of pride. It feels as if you're proud of someone. There's a little bit of a loss here as well. It feels like you're proud of this person, and it feels like you're close to them, or you were at one time. There's a barrier there. There's a barrier between you and this person. Maybe this is a child, actually, because it feels as if they're a bit younger than you. And it might be also, they might be physically away from you as well. I'm just getting that as well. But there is a barrier there. So I don't know if you've had a falling out. I don't know what this is. But it looks like they might be fronting a bit, pretending everything's fine. Look at this man. He's hiding something, obviously, but he's sitting there and he's smiling. So, and, there are all these cups here. So it looks like they're hiding their emotions. This is about emotions. So, they might be joking, pretending everything's okay. So I just feel as if I have to say this. If this is you, it probably looks like this barrier is quite tough. It looks like a great big difficult barrier to get through. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's all that bad as what you're seeing or imagining. I think you can get there. I think you can break through this barrier. I think it can, I think it'll probably take time, effort, all that kind of thing. But if you want to do this, you can. And also look at this. You've got the Magician. This is the Wish card. If you want this, you can do this. It's going to take time. I keep on seeing that. So, if this is you, if this is making sense to you, just start slowly, maybe with a text, because I think eventually, they'll start communicating a little bit more, and then it's going to grow from there. Yeah, keep on getting this. I'm proud. I feel proud. So it's like you feel proud of this person. And I think, yeah, if that's how you feel, if this is you, I think you'll be able to tell them that eventually. Yeah, I'm seeing a face-to-face conversation, and they might not actually say anything in this conversation. If you come up and say to them eventually, after all this kind of work you do, if you end up talking to them face-to-face and you say, I'm really proud of you, they might not say anything to you, but I think you'll see that on their face. You'll see that they appreciate that, and you'll see the love on their face. That's what I'm seeing. Very, very beautiful moment that I'm seeing here. So I really, really hope this does resonate, because this looks really good. It looks really promising. But to get to that stage, a lot of patience, a lot of time, a lot has to go into this. But you can do this. You can get there. So don't give up on this person. If you're proud of them, if you want to open up, if you want to break that barrier, you absolutely can do that. And you've got all these fantastic promise cards here. You've got the Magician, and this is the Wish card as well. So the first card you have for your future is the World, which is another amazing card. So you've got all these amazing cards. And I just want to say this as well. You've got 3 aces here as well. So this is a really, really important reading. Someone definitely needs to hear all this about this opponent. The main thing in this reading is about this opponent, or this court case, or whatever this is. So if this is you, it's a huge thing that's on your mind. And again, you're going to get relief from this. Look at this relief. Look at this freedom. Look at this woman in this card. She's so free. And yeah, the Temperance card isn't here, but I'm getting a kind of temperance feeling about this. It's like rising up out of something and making something better, using something that's not so good and turning that around into something that's a lot better. So, if you're still feeling these, if you're still feeling really hurt, if you're feeling upset by all these words, and again, they were cutting words, horrible words, try and use that, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but try and use that hurt, use that anger, use that situation, use it to rise up, use it to turn this around, use it to turn it in a way that benefits you in some way, because that's what the magician does. And the world's all about new beginnings, freedom. You've got this woman, once again, she's all free, she's naked, she's flying around in the sky. You couldn't get much freer than that. And so you're going to feel really free when this is all over. And it is going to be over. You're going to get this resolution. You're going to feel free. And look at this. You've got this big, massive, massive laurel wreath around this woman. This is a big victory. Big victory. It's all over this reading. So if this is you, big victory coming in this. Okay, so there's also some kind of, it feels like this, okay, it feels like an event that's coming up. Might be a graduation, because I'm getting all this proud again. I'm really proud of you. I'm getting something's over and I'm proud of you. So that makes me think of graduation. I don't know, that just came into my mind. So there might be that. So it's some kind of event like that, I think. Now that might be an opportunity to be close to this person if they're there and you're there or something. It might give you that opportunity to start talking to them again. So if that makes sense to you, if that's coming up, something like that, that might be when you can do this. But even if that's not the case, again, you are going to be able to get this person to open up, or you're going to be able to break down that barrier very slowly, very, very gradually. And there's a really beautiful moment there. I keep on seeing that, where they're going to look you in the eye and really let you know that, they're back again. It's like, I'm back again. That's what I'm getting. Really beautiful. So I really hope that resonates to you, with you, I should say. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Ace of Wands. Okay, so I'm getting lots of job-related things here, work energy, in both these cards actually, so I'm going to talk about them together. So, okay, so yeah, I keep on seeing this in your work, and I saw this somewhere else. I can't remember where I saw that, but it was something about your job and, leaving things early, ups and downs. So you might have had quite a bit of a checkered work history, or it might just be that you've had lots of shorter jobs where you've had to leave early for lots of different reasons. So lots of changes there in your work. And I think there might actually be another change coming up for you, maybe a change in direction. So that's what I'm seeing here. And it looks like there's been a little bit of a slowdown, or it might be coming to you. I'm seeing a slowdown of people, so it might be customers if you've got a business, or it might be in a job where things are a little bit slower for you. Now, obviously, the Ace of Wands is about action. It's the action card. So, firstly, things are going to pick up again for you. But the big thing here is I keep on seeing this new direction. So it looks like you might actually be going to, might be a new location, or might be something like that. So if you know what this says, if you know about this new location or this opportunity or something, I have to say it feels a lot more dynamic where you're going if you do this than where you are now. It feels like more autonomy. You'll have more choices. You'll have more say in what you do than you do now. It might be a rise up. It might be a rise in position. You might be managing things because you've got more choices in what you do, and you might be in charge of other people. So it might be that. If you look at the Three of Pentacles and you look at all these three coins here, it looks a little bit like they're squashed. They're all kind of squashed in together. And if you look at just about any other pentacle card, there aren't any here, so I wish there was, but I wish there were, but there isn't one here. But all the other pentacle cards, if you can imagine any of them, they're all a lot freer than these three squashed up coins all together. They're all kind of floating, or they're by themselves or something. So I think your money's going to free up more than it is now. It feels like it's a bit tied up now for some reason. So lots and lots of freedom in your money, probably more money if you take up this opportunity, a lot more freedom, more interesting, more dynamism. So if I were you, if this opportunity comes up for you, I'd absolutely say yes to this. I'd snap this up. It looks really, really interesting. But yeah, lots and lots of important things in this reading. It's a big one actually, so I just hope the right person gets to hear this, because when you're dealing with really horrible words, really nasty words, and when you're a bit down, when you're a bit tired, it can be really hard to see anything positive at all in anything. It can really bring you down, and I was seeing that right at the beginning of this reading. So I just really hope someone gets to see this, because it's a positive outcome for you if this resonates with you.